Hi, I'm Cal,
And I'm Alaina.
and we are part of the team 7129 Robo Warriors.
And today we are at our first league. We are talking to other teams about challenges they've incurred this season and other stuff they've been through as they started the season so far. Welcome to...
I'm Xavier. I'm Bree.
Hi, I'm Kylie Schreiber from Knights of the Ping Pong Table.
I'm Haley from SWAT.
Tyra for the Polytechnic puzzle pieces.
Emma. And Alex.
Welded Warriors. Julian.
Marlo.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about your robot and how it works?
So on the front of the robot, we have like a V shape that auto aligns the cone, and we kind of have like an arm that will just drop inside that top of the cone, and then we have a piece of TPU that'll expand when the servo turns 90 degrees. We have a motor on the arm that moves the cable up and down, and we can reach to the medium junction.
So first off, show them the dead wheels from that side. We have dead wheels that are rubber banded. So whenever our robot goes on a ground junction, they'll get pushed to the ground automatically. So even if we're like slightly above the ground, they'll still remain in contact, as opposed to like dropping. So even if we're up a little bit, they stay stuck to the ground. We have a vertical lift here, which if I spin it this way, you can see the string right here, and then it spins upwards all the way to the high junctions, and our wiring will extend based on the rubber bands and then get pulled back into a cord or into a spiral. So then we go all the way up and it straightens.
You have to do it by hand though.
Yeah, and then when we go down, the rubber bands pull it back and it loops around.
Okay. What type of slides are those?
Those are the 4-stage Viper slides.
Okay.
Our robot uses linear slides to be able to lift to all of the different heights of the junction. We have a claw that we used a compression wheel that we basically gutted to be order to add. We did to be able to add more grip to not only our team beacon but also the cones. We have a camera that we use to detect the April tags on our signal sleeve to tell us where we need to park during autonomous.
Nice.
We got a color sensor on the back, and we're trying to work on autonomous that reads it to park in the correct spot.
So in autonomous, our robot can drop off a cone on one of the lower junctions, and then we move to one of the sections where the randomized cone sleeve does, but we don't have a webcam to identify it yet, so it's kind of like a good guess for now.
Our autonomous is really a guess and check. We can do the 1 and 3, and we can also drive starting from any point on both sides.
So what would you say is your most innovative factor on your robot?
The dead wheels that snap to the ground.
Yeah. So how has that been treating you guys this year?
Really
well.
well. When we were going through rough patches with our auto and we run over a cone or something, we can still score our preload because of how well our odometry can set us back.
Yep. So you'll see our robot if it runs over the cones, the indicator cones. What it'll do is it'll run into them, maybe stall for a sec, and then adjust its path. So if it's too far up or too far forward, it'll adjust and reset itself back to its path, which has been really nice when it comes to scoring cones in auto. These were a little bit of a pain to get to work. And we also, you can see the little pink block that stops it. Starting in the season, we had the rubber bands, but without the pink block, the rubber bands would pull the odometry all the way back here, and then when we set it back down, it would be flicked, so our wheel wouldn't be touching the ground. So we added little blockers to keep it from doing that, and we defined the right angle, and then eventually we settled to just go 90 degrees and stop it from clipping.
Our drivetrain is also, I love her.
Yeah.
We used her last year. Well, not the same exact thing. It was pretty similar. But it works really well. It's really robust
We
and
have-
modular, so we can replace
Yeah,
things.
so we actually have pre-built legs. We have these two are the same and these two are the same. So we have one of each. So if any were to break, we would, instead of taking out each individual part, we kind of do a little pit crew. We'd unscrew here, and then we just stick a new one on.
And Xavier really likes her battery mount.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. As a
He
little
padded
buckle.
it himself.
I know. And then so we'd unbuckle and take it out. It's a lot faster than our old ones. We had a problem with battery mounts. Most of them use duct tape.
What would you say is the most innovative part of this system?
I would say that's her claw. It was super catted by our team member Ethan. He's not here, but it was really cool. We went through a few different tests once. We tried to do a claw machine. We tried to go in the middle and expand. So we fiddled around with it. Another thing that we overcame is our clock. We were constantly like, how do we want to be able to reach that third one? Because we thought it was very important for the first competition. And we decided on this, why it actually designed it. So that was really cool. We were going to go with what we did last year, which we did a tread system, but upward last year, which was really innovative because I didn't really see that at all. But yeah.
So what's an innovative feature about your robot?
Honestly, our April tags.
April tags.
It's more software stuff, but it was something that we were introduced to, and we're like, oh, let's try that, and it's made like the world of difference for our team, because rather than using like a color sensor or something, we are able to just read the like really high white value or the really dark black value, and it cuts out the issue of, oh no, the lighting's not the exact same everywhere, so it's not reading the same value, and now it's not working. So we don't have that issue anymore.
Yeah. How did you guys like find out about that and come up with that?
It was honestly something our coach had like pushed towards us.
Okay.
I don't know how he found it, but he kind of introduced it to us, and we were like, that's a really good idea.
Nice.
So we learned how to do it.
Innovative. I don't know, but I'd like to take note of the eyeballs on our servo.
Wow, those are very cool.
Yes, thank you.
So what would you say is the most innovative part on your robot?
Probably the arm, the way that it just like auto lines down and then just drops down and just is able to pick it up really fast.
And then how successful has it been? So like how many cones you usually get per match?
As practicing wise, we got about like 5 to 6. So for the goal, we're going to try to complete a circuit during the game.
So how many cones are you guys able to score during Talia?
During Teleup, we've been getting like 10.
10 on the high junction. It depends. If we're
depends
just
on the
going
strategy.
to our high junction over and over again,
We
we've
can
gotten
get, like,
11 or
15.
we've gotten 12 easily.
Oh,
Like
okay.
with time left and a little bit in end game to
We're
do other
pretty
stuff.
fast, but obviously strategy takes a little bit of time to
Yeah.
figure everything out.
Yep.
So
Our slowest part is sometimes on the high junctions, we have to wait for our slide to get all the way up. If it's like a close one, unless we time it really well. And then if we're just scoring to try and gain as many junctions as possible, we can get at least 12 as long as we're not traveling on the other side of the field.
What are some problems you've encountered this season so far?
The lift.
And apparently we can't like do handwritten numbers on here, so that was a little strange.
So what are some problems you've had with your lift?
Mostly just the string either having too much slack so it's getting caught, or just a lot of different threading issues.
Okay.
So just problems in general. It's kind of like with this cord, we've had a hard time like figuring out how to keep it out of the way and still have our slide go up and down. Finding the right materials for a slide because the slide kits were out, so we had to like make do with what we had, and we managed to make a successful slide with what we had.
What were some issues that you encountered and how you guys overcome it?
Well, from last year by itself, we had a lot of issues with wiring. Every competition we were like told that your wiring is all over the place, and our battery was exposed sometimes last year. But actually, our battery is fully secured under here, and it slides up and down so we can charge it, which it's a lot more safe. So that I think was our major problem. It wasn't the safest, but this year we're really focused on it. We're ready for competition season, and we're ready to hit the ground running.
All right, that's cool. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you're able to learn a little something, and if you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. This is the first video in our series that we'll be posting every Saturday for the next couple weeks. So hopefully you enjoy, and stay tuned. Bye!